Hey everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Tai Chi For You. And when I talk about Tai Chi, I like to sort of bring it into everything that we do in life, exercise, your jobs, family, things like that. And one of the reasons is I enjoy Tai Chi so much and I enjoy teaching it and talking about it. So I like sharing it and trying to like widen the audience as much as I can. So if you're someone that thinks, I just want to work out, or I only want it for whatever reason, you can use some of the principles and the idea of the exercise part as well as the um, traditional Chinese medicine part of Tai Chi into your daily life. So. So that was kind of my idea of what I wanted to focus on a little bit this week, and also just the new people that are watching, as well as the new students that are coming to the classes on Monday. So I'll be able to, you know, teach. I'm teaching a wide audience, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So beginners as well as advanced, as well as the new people. So what we like to do is with any type of exercising is stay hydrated. So have your water or I put fruit in it today, things like that. I've done other recipes that I do was it lemon and honey, and that you could do hot or cold. Right now we're actually it's a little cool day today, but we're in summertime, so have something cold, refreshing. Cucumber water, that's another one that I like this time of year. So, all right, so take one more sip and then we'll get started. Very good. All right, when we do Tai Chi, and this is when I teach the classes, you don't need special equipment, you don't need special clothing. Somebody asked me today about that. It's just loose fitting, comfortable. You can do it barefoot. If you can do it outside, that's really optimum to get that grounding feeling. I don't know how to explain it any better. You could, people that know what grounding is, it's just a way to connect to the earth. And I don't want to, go too far from the basics of what we're going to talk about tonight. But try it. Yeah, I mean, we can learn a lot from kids. I mean, they're happy, they're outside, they're happy taking their shoes off, and that's that feeling that you get when you connect like that. But as far as props, if you have a stool, or you could just use the back of a folding chair if you want, or if there's a table height that's easy to grab, or just have about this height, so it helps you with your balance, just like that. Okay, so it's there if we need it. You can also do this sitting down if you're um, whatever, not able to get up and exercise as much. Might be, or somebody that is not able to get up and move, but you want to help them. Maybe Tai Chi's a good way to start. So when we do Tai Chi, it's that idea of just gentle movement, and it doesn't have to be fast. That's the great part. And it's not a competition sport. You're not in competition with the student next to you, or the even if another video, somebody is doing it, you're following along. They should be just explaining it and showing some techniques, maybe some different ways to approach a move, depending on your situation. But you're not in competition with anybody. You're in competition with yourself. You just want to better yourself. And we do that we talk about posture, we talk about the breath, and the mind. So it's a mind-body connection is a simple way of saying it. So this exercise, it's done to get the chi flowing. When we say chi, we just mean the energy, or you could swap that word out to just get the blood flowing, get the limbs loosened up a little bit. So however you want to do it, if there's no right and wrong way to a particular exercise, I'm just showing you some versions where you're just shifting back and forth. And you could add tapping as well. We'll go over that another time, but there's another whole technique of tapping the body at different points and saying affirmations to help the body release any tensions. Maybe you have muscle tension, or again, when we go into that mind, we want to, I guess, relax the mind, or just be able to sort of flush it out and get rid of some of the negative thoughts that not only affect the mind, but it affects the body. When you start talking negative to yourself or to others about how you feel, or I'll never get over this cold, and you start throwing these words around, they have effects. They have effect. Maybe the person you're talking to is just, he's too negative. I don't mind catching the cold. I just don't even want to be around this guy. But when your own body hears you, it's going to react. And that's, scientifically proven. There's studies out there that show about a positive mental attitude with either recovering from something or just staying healthy. So I like to have a positive mental attitude. And again, for my Tai Chi, but also in life, and I get frustrated, I'm driving, why'd that guy cut me off? Well, maybe he had his, something's going on in his life. I'm not going to chase him down and cut him off, and that road rage thing, that's in the past, okay? Moving forward, just, again, it's worrying about yourself and being, when you're able to, I guess, feel good about yourself, that it just shows, and now you're able to help others more. So that's one of the, I guess, the idea of staying healthy and doing the Tai Chi is I'm able to hopefully help other people. So we can do our basic head to toe warm up, and I show this every week, and we do this every week in class. There's different versions, but it's just a gentle circling of the head is one version of it. And I had someone that their chiropractor didn't want them to do that for whatever. I'm not, going to question anything like that. I said, well, ask them, maybe the, head down, head up might be a good alternative just to sort of warm up that area of the body. Or we could do the looking from side to side. So there are different techniques to hit certain parts of the body. The shoulders, again, they're very important. We walk around a lot of times with our shoulders up in the air, or they're almost tense from, if you do a lot of driving. There's that steering wheel position, or you're just whatever at work on a keyboard. So the shoulders, you really, and I stress this so much, relax the shoulders. So you have to not just the shoulders, the arms, the back, the neck. So the whole body relaxed, but aware. That's the sort of the key to some of these martial arts, or just the Chinese medicine part of it too. You want to be relaxed, but aware of internally as well as externally what's coming at you as the an attack, and like I said, it could be internal as well. So the shoulders, that rolling, that circular motion, it doesn't have to be large circles, but you want to not hold your breath either with this one. It's a nice circular, again, not large. You can build up to some larger ones, but be careful you're not squeezing up on the shoulders like that. If you find yourself do it, it takes practice. Relax them a little bit and just go smaller circles till you really, And you'll feel it after a while. It is loosening things up down the whole arm. And you'll feel it start to loosen up some of the fascia. And fascias, that's where a lot of the energy, a lot of the chi, if your fascia's tight, your muscles are tight, your joints, everything isn't going to work well. That's the important thing about being hydrated as well, is to keep that fascia, that inside the body. We drop down, we do the hips. It's a little hip roll. You want to be able to stand up straight. You want to keep your knees a little bent, and just that nice circular loosening up the hips. People have trouble with their hips, whether it's from an old injury, or people still, or guys drive with their big wallet in their back pocket. I guess that's finally, I guess, a thing of the past. Not many guys do that, but that was a problem, and problem solved. Don't put your wallet there. But you can also do more of the figure eight with this move. So it might take a little while to get used to doing it as a motion, as a movement like that in both directions. Think of those race cars going around the track, out and around and back in. With the knees are so important to us, the whole body, but you want to get the knees warmed up. One of the ways is this, again, circular motion. The body likes to move in circles. So we go both directions with that one. You can also circle out. And this one, I didn't realize, I was watching one of the students, and they were doing it this way, which is fine. So I like to try it. And so we work that into where we go the outer and inner, as well as circular, just like that. You can also take time when you're doing your knee is to give it a little extra attention, some light rubs or light tapping. Then you could work the whole back of the knee and the side. This does feel great. If you have knee troubles, try it and just, lightly. And even though you got one good leg, one bad leg, work them both. It's all about balance. And that back on the knee, that does feel good. The front, a lot of people have troubles with that. Cartilage or no cartilage. But if you're able to just bring the blood to the surface, get things moving and warmed up, it helps. Okay? The last part we like to do is the ankle. When we talk about that balance, if you're not grounded or balanced from the bottom, it's like a foundation. If the foundation isn't right, how's the rest of the house going to kind of be a little wobbly? So we want to really concentrate when we're doing this exercise. Don't think of it as just a loosey-goosey warm-up. We're really feeling what's happening and feeling how it, I don't want to say tugs on the calf, but you want to feel it with both feet. That nice way to warm up that ankle as well as the lower half of the leg. And we are balanced somewhat, but you could take it a next step up and take a foot off the ground and use that to rotate around. And that's where the stool comes in handy. So if you're using something as a balance, you want to have the solid or grounded leg next to the table or chair and lift up the other foot. Use that as a circle. You could also add the arm. So the elbow is like the knee, and the wrist is like the ankle. And that's a great warm-up to get, again, that whole side. Be careful, you don't want to lean forward or back too much. You want to keep that good posture. One of the visualizations that we use for remind ourselves to have that good posture. We don't want to start getting into that hunchback look. So Visualize that idea of a rope or a thread, they call it sometimes in yoga. It's pulling from the crown of the head, lifting the head, elongating the spine, and the other half of the rope is with a weighted end dropping down. So it's pulling on that tailbone. So there's a slight bend of the knees, but that back is elongated. That's nice. And you don't have to keep your hands up and down like that. Keep them relaxed. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And just visualize with that breath in, breath out with that nice posture. Breath in and breath out, just like that. Good. When we talked last week, we talked a little bit about how the principles of that shifting the weight, and we did it from side to side. You can keep the feet flat on the ground. Keep the knees slightly bent. Keep that back nice and straight, and just go side to side. But again, control, flow. I don't want to have you have the wrong idea of it. Flow isn't like that loose, just flowing around. You want to be grounded and connected, but the idea of everything's moving smoothly like clockwork. All the little gears, you ever see when they take a watch apart and you see it all tick, 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 and they go, picture that happening in the body, but at a much more advanced design. Because when we think about it, we just throw weight on it. What is keeping us from toppling over or just dropping down? Everything, all the muscles, everything's firing, is counterbalancing. Internally, there's organs, there's blood flowing, there's all kinds of things happening. How do we even walk and chew gum, you know? So there's that shifting the weight, and this is great for the new people as well. As I've had students that have been with me a while, they love doing the basics, which, yeah, it's nice to learn new moves and go deeper, but go deeper with the basics. And this is just, when that advice was given to me, it took a while for that light bulb to go off, but it really does help. And again, not just with Tai Chi, helps me with just, going for a walk, or maybe, working outside, things like that. I'm more aware of my surroundings, the ground surface, things like that, or just, something's coming, you don't necessarily, a runaway truck or something. You're able to kind of react to it without overreacting. So we're going to build on that with the turning of the body. So you could start off with just try to turn the body just without doing that weight shifting. And notice something. Notice how the arms are going from side to side because the torso is moving. I'm not winging my arms back and forth. They're moving because of the torso. Now there's that shift and turn happening. Shift and turn, we're keeping the back straight. Great. That's it's a warm-up, but it's also really part of the form, part of the Tai Chi. That other simple one that we do, and it's simple, is the exercise of holding the ball, where the top hand is going down at a controlled fall as the bottom hand is being lifted up. Visualize there's a little puppeteer guy above you. See, he just helped me keep my back straight, and it's bringing that arm up, but the elbow is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, and they separate. And here's that 60-40 principle where nothing's locked out or up too high. Then the hands roll over. So the positioning of the palms, they meet about heart level and they separate. Here's a full breath in. Don't worry about getting the breath right. I guess there's no right or wrong way other than don't hold your breath, but get that full deep breathing happening. And it might be easier to learn it with the idea of maybe going faster, of that down, up, shift, down, up, shift. But the Tai Chi part of it and is that, again, right? Did you notice how I just sort of dropped into being grounded and connected just like that? And the ball is, you want to have a good, like beach ball size. Nothing, you don't want to be tight in like that. So there's that. Relax shoulders, elbows are out just a little bit. Take a breath in. Down and up. So there's that idea if you want to think of all the gears going around in a watch band. Now add the gears of that shifting and turning happening. So all these things, once you have this down, and this is for the students that want to go to phase 2, start visualizing internally what's happening. And then that what's happening with the mind as well. And then you get into that deeper, Tai Chi is a moving meditation. So people that have trouble, they want to learn meditation, maybe try Tai Chi with a moving meditation. Get the basic moves down, so while your body is doing it, your mind can explore other options with the meditation. So there's that shifting that weight, that turning the body. Good. Once you have those down and you're comfortable, now that you're off to the races. That is everything of Tai Chi is drawn from that. And it sounds basic, and it really is. That's the gist of it. And how you can go deeper with the moves is, again, the next level. But with all the moves, we do what's called the wave hands like clouds. We'll show you one hand is on a hip, and you can pick either hand, it doesn't matter. But here is the move. I'm going to shift that weight, turn the body as this hand comes up. Now it comes across by shifting, turning. Notice how the hand did not move. And then it just drops down enough. So if you want to use that idea of all the little gears sort of smoothly clicking, having everything happening, or if you want to use that idea of a little puppeteer guy up above you, sort of pulling all the strings and dangling, moving like that. Try the other hand. So that's up, over, because I'm turning with the hips. My feet are nice and grounded. There's that breath in. So the hand, it's relaxed. There isn't and I could almost pick out the students that have maybe a karate background or a kung fu background. They're more, they're ready to, and the yoga people are more straight out with their hands and their fingers because they want to they think they're like reaching more for a mat or something on the ground like that. So Tai Chi sort of that in between, relaxed, and there's that weight shift down. And we learn these moves slow. So another definition that I like is Tai Chi is sort of like slow karate, fast yoga. So when you're doing this move, if it was a karate move or a strike move, there's that shift the weight, turn the body all happening. Boom! There's an elbow. Or there could be a rake with the eyes. I mean, again, for people take these defense classes and they teach them the basics first, and then they show them the application to it. And with the yoga, a lot of the poses, you're just posing, you're not moving. So picture this, as a pose but there is movement. So you're going slow, but intentionally feel that resistance, and it's in both directions. So I am pulling from here. I'm trying to pull, but I'm also pushing through the thickness, and I'm pushing down as well as like a rubber band. So I'm trying to pull that rubber band down, and the same thing coming across is resistance, is drag and resistance, and all that move. So those are just a couple of the moves. Practice the basics and then take it a little bit slower with that idea of getting that mind-body connection. So that is really some of the basics. The Monday class at the Northbridge Senior Center. I know a lot of people watch this channel that live in Northbridge. You're able to get to the class on Mondays. That's at 11 o'clock. It goes for an hour. And even if you can't make it to that class, go check out the Senior Center. It's there. Really, it's a gem for the town, and I can't say enough good things about it. So why don't we wrap it up with that last, just take a breath in, bring your arms up, bring them together, down, and then return to center. Very good. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.